Welcome to Powercoat Music. I'm Sybil Allen. In this video, we're going to do a quick review of the Martin X Series custom acoustic guitar. At the time I bought my Martin, I was looking for a guitar that had a big, booming, clear bottom end sound with a mid-range that could punch you in the chest, that could really support the music that I was doing. So without further ado, let's get into some quick specs and let me show you my Martin. Here she is. This is my Martin DX Series custom guitar. Now, I wanted the dreadnought shape, which Martin invented. They were the innovators. They invented the dreadnought shape. They are the boss of that. Now, this guitar has a solid Sitka spruce top. It has a mahogany pattern, HPL textured finish, and the HPL, the high pressured laminate, is on the sides and on the back of this guitar. Now, the neck material on this guitar is made of rust Stratobond. And I want to show this to you because rust Stratobond is basically a type of plywood. But look at that neck joint. I love the pattern for that neck joint. Now, the fingerboard on this guitar is made of what they call black Richlite. Now, black, I don't know if you can see this very well on the video, but black Richlite is basically sheets of paper stacked up and saturated with what they call a phonetic resin. It's heated to a high temperature and the pressure is then applied. Now, it never shrinks, wraps, warps, or cracks over time. So what's awesome about this guitar is the fingerboard that you have now today is the same fingerboard that you will have 20 years from now. Now that is quality. This guitar has 20 frets. It has a nut width of 1 11/16 inches. And the nut is what they call white corian. Now, white corian is a material that's made by DuPont. And it's basically used on benches and countertops. So it is a very hard, dense material, which is perfect for this application and getting the best sound out of your acoustic guitar. So with that, this guitar is a 25.4-inch scale length. The saddle on the guitar, which you will see here, the saddle is a 16-inch radius and it's compensated white tusk. All right, that's good, hard, dense material and some of the industry's best materials for your saddle. And so it also is, this guitar is also made with Martin's X-frame, or should I say A-frame, X1 bracing. So what holds up this Sitka top is that particular architecture construction, which is made in Mexico. Now let's take a look at some of the cons of this guitar. Now, whenever you buy a brand new acoustic guitar, generally you'll find that the action is too high, much like my mortgage. So with that, I knew that the guitar would need a setup, and after the setup, the action is actually great now. I had to take off the bridge, take some of the material off of the bridge, put it back onto the guitar, do a chest rod adjustment, your average setup, and the guitar was fine after that. But keep that in mind. You're probably going to need a setup because of your action. Now the tuners. These are Martin branded tuners that you will see right here. I had a bit of an issue with the tuners. The tuners were a little bit, they felt a little bit cheap. And the ones that I had issues with were basically the bottom E string and the top E string and the B string. They would go out of tune from time to time. So what I had to do is up on the tuning pegs is, you can probably see it right here. There's a little screw and you can make an adjustment to that screw for the gear ratio to kind of compensate for that. My studio is humidity controlled, so my guitars stay in tune very well. So I had a bit of an issue with this guitar, but I was able to work through it and it ended up being okay. So to add to that, this guitar also has no electronics. Now, for you people who play live, that could be an issue. That's not a con for me because I mic this guitar in my studio when I play it, so it's just fine. It works out for me. So let's take a look at the pros. Like most electronic, or excuse me, not electronic, acoustic guitars in its price range, it has a truss rod in the neck, right? You come to expect that. The neck frets are nice and smooth. No cheese graters here. My hands are not cheese, so when I go up and down the neck, I do not want them grated. So thank you to Martin for its quality there. You have thin frets that are nice and smooth. The nut is a good solid nut. Again, we talked about that earlier. The bridge, good solid material, tusk material for your bridge. Happy with that. This is a good solid build. Again, you have your Martin A-frame X bracing holding up this Sitka top. Great architecture for the build for this guitar. Very happy with that. Has a great satin finish. I don't like glossy finishes because, again, my hands get stuck on the glossy finish, and it also shows scratches and things very well. This guitar has been dinged, dropped, bumped into, and it is a very solid, durable guitar. It looks as good now as the day I bought it. Not a scratch on this thing, and believe me, there should be. So very happy with that. Most of all, this guitar sounds great. It has that big booming bottom end, that punch in the chest mid-range to it. It's clear and it is loud. This guitar is a good solid rhythm guitar. It sounds as good as guitars twice its price. And this guitar is not gonna make a fool out of you. It's awesome sounding and it feels good. And so for the bottom line here is, whenever I think to myself that, oh, I'm going to go out and I'm going to get a better quality, more expensive guitar, I stop and I think of my Martin DX X series and I go, I'm good. I'm good. So that pretty much wraps it up. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I'd love to hear your comments. Leave your comments in the comment section below. On your screen right now, please click the subscribe button and join our group. We have videos coming out every week. While you're here at the channel, take some time and look around at the other videos and music and let me know what you think. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I look forward to seeing you soon.